Hi, it's Tricia here at Club Scrap. I want to show you some great techniques with our Versailles raised prints. Well, there are three great ways that you can alter these raised prints from the Versailles collection. I'm going to start with the first one, which is the easiest, least messy, and this is using Club Scrap's Sapphire ink, which is a really nice match to this collection. And I'm not using an ink pad here. I'm sorry, I'm not using a stamp in this case, but I am using an ink pad, and I'm just generously applying this dye base, or hybrid base, I guess, ink directly onto the ivory raised print. I'll just do half of it, but you can see that I'm working pretty generously here. And then the true fun begins when I take this paper towel and I wipe away the ink that is being resisted by the raised surface on the paper. It's a completely different look to the original, and I absolutely love this. It reminds me a little bit of that Dutch Delft blue look. Looks fantastic. So you can use that on your projects just with the regular ivory portion, or you can enhance it with the blue ink. Love that. Okay, now another thing that you can do is actually melt the raised surface a little bit with a heat tool, and then add an embossing powder of your choice to alter the color. We did this a long time ago when we had a raised translucent print in the Grandma's Attic collection. I'm just going to heat this area. And then I work in small sections, and you need to work quickly to catch the powder while it's still wet, okay? And then you can reheat, and then the color will melt right into the raised surface. Let me show you one where I've done a larger section here. You can see this whole area has been altered by the denim colored embossing powder. So you can turn the raised areas into any color you like. If you want to work with copper, metallic, or silver, or something else that you have on hand, this is really fun. Just remember to work in small areas. About 2-inch sections actually do work quite well. Okay, now the third one, working from easiest to messiest, maybe, will have you getting your mists ready for a spray. So we'll take our ivory raised print, and I'm throwing it into my very, very much loved handy dandy pizza spray box, and I'll just take some assorted mists, and you can make your own mists out of dye base inks and water. You can use memory mists, color wash. There are all kinds of colors available out there. I'm just going to make sure I have a goodly amount here. All these beautiful colors. And of course the colors will be dictated by what type of project you're working on. And you can see right away that the raised areas are resisting the misted areas, which I think is cool. And I'll just dab off some excess before I pull it out of my spray tray here. You can even probably get a little print off of it if you just put your paper face down. Now at this point, I can just rub it in and call it done. Another option is to actually go forward with this batiking technique if you happen to have an iron. And I have this newsprint here. I take a couple of sheets of newsprint and just cover my misted paper. And I have this handy craft iron on high heat here. And the purpose of this is to melt the raised areas into the newsprint. And I have to work quickly once I'm done heating the surface of this particular paper, or otherwise the newsprint will just stick to it. It did just a hair. But now what this did was caused all of this raised ink to soak into the newsprint, and now I have a flat, really unique looking misted paper. Now, when you're done doing all of your altering, you can make beautiful things. For example, here's this gorgeous card. This is with the re-embossed material, and I added these fun little brads. Those were in arts and crafts. If you were lucky enough to get them, they're now out of stock. This is with the ink altered background, just the dye base ink, rubbed it away with a paper towel. Gorgeous backdrop for this card panel. And then here we have a layout that Kay created with our misted batiqued paper. This is beautiful as well. Well, I hope you give some of these techniques a try. They're a lot of fun.